For letsgop.com, I'm Van Stokes, along with head coach Kirby Cannon. Coach, let's look back to last week. We had the emergence of a running game last week. What do you owe that to?
Well, I think a little bit of maturation from the offensive line is beginning to, get into place where we're a little more aggressive. We talked about going from that stage of assignment football to actually getting movement and blocking people and creating gaps. Also helped to have Kendall Morris and what he brings to the table from a speed standpoint. I mean, it was probably blocked for 10 yards, and once he got out and got into his real running form, I knew Eastern Illinois didn't have anybody that could catch him.
Now, in order to enliven our passing game, what do the Govs need to do?
Well, I think consistency again. I mean, it was a tough night to throw the ball. Trey did not have a great night accuracy-wise, but he also had 4 balls that were definitely thrown well enough to catch. And we've got to make sure that we're just not having that concentration drop, which I think on wet nights you have to concentrate even more. You have to look it in. You have to have all the fundamentals of catching the ball. And we're going to get a good day on Saturday, so hopefully we can catch those balls and throw them even a little bit more accurately.
Where do you see our defense right now? We had a tough second quarter last week. What do we need to do to shore up the defense?
Well, I think we're playing well there. I don't know that we had the quickness and decision-making that we have had in other games early. We were a little bit tentative. We were a little bit, stand back and see the play a little bit too much before reacting to it, and I think that hurt us as the game went on. I think Eastern Illinois featured a guy that can kind of break your defense down a little bit too. You can rush him, and you think you're near a sack. We had one of our blitzes came completely clean in the second quarter, and our DN just throws a no-hitter on him, and that's his tribute rather than ours. But that was part of the problem. It's just you contain a guy like that, and he throws it well enough to complete it. You rush him and flush him, and he takes off and runs and gets the first down that way. And I just think we just need to be more consistent in everything and just react as well as we can and tackle better.
Our opponent this week, the Racers of Murray State. They have the most prolific passer in the conference as well as the league's leading receiver. What concerns you the most about them?
Well, just a hot day. I think more than anything else, you defend guys like that by defending the field and not being as concerned about yardage totals. Sometimes giving up 20, 30, even 40 completions is very unnerving to your kids. But if those balls are in front and you're tackling well, even though the yardage totals probably won't be impressive, their scoring totals may not be very good for them. Last week they threw the ball for 500 yards, I think, or they had a total offense today of 500 yards and only scored 10 points. So, we'll have to play great red zone defense. We'll have to make sure that no cheap touchdowns are over our head. And if we do that, then we can control it and contain it. But ball control by our own offense will do more to defending them, I think, than our own defense.
Coach, we'll be looking for our first win in OVC play. It will be homecoming for Murray State, plus we beat them last year. Do you see any extra motivations in play for the game?
Well, I see extra motivation for them. I think that was a tough loss for them last year. They may have taken us lightly to some extent. They didn't play very well from an offensive standpoint. They're very inconsistent. So they'll be ready for us, and that's what I've been telling our players is that, we'll not sneak up on them. It is their homecoming, and sometimes that is more distraction than it is, a focusing agent. But I think we'll play well. I think we're looking forward to it. We certainly know that on tape, the talent levels for both teams are very identical, so it's going to come down to who wins.
What will a win mean for the Governors?
Well, just confirmation of everything that we're trying to do. There's no way we go up there and win without playing well, and I think it's one of those things where, just week by week and play by play, freshmen become sophomores, and we've got a lot of kids that are in difficult situations as far as learning how to play on the job, but in the long run, there will be a benefit for that, and I think it'll just say that we're doing things the right way.
OJT, called on-the-job training. Coach, thank you for talking with us today.
Thank you very much.
Remember, you can catch all of the action on letsgop.com.